Smooth, Mac. No! No! Yourself. No!
Oh, you just lost a...
No! Oh, no! Oh!
I don't know, it's like it takes you so long to get somewhere, and then like, somehow in like 2 moves, you back at the beginning again.
Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy is one of my all-time favorite games. I've sunk way too many hours into it. And lately, I've been trying to think of something unique and possibly extremely difficult to do. Loads of people have told me over the years that I make ridiculously difficult and extreme parkour. Bennett Foddy, parkour, Minecraft, you just might be wondering why I'm saying all this and what the correlation is behind these thoughts. Getting Over It, for those of you who don't know, is a game with a special feature in it. Every step you take isn't guaranteed, and the littlest mistake can send you falling all the way back to the very beginning. So here's my thought, right? If I'm able to remove one special feature in typical Minecraft gameplay and create a parkour course, which there's always a possibility of falling all the way back to the beginning, then I'll have my extremely difficult, unique, but exhilarating course. The feature I want to remove is shifting. I want to create a video series on creating a course I like to call Scared Shiftless, where at any point in time you can fall to the beginning and shifting is just not allowed. So with all that in mind, let's dive into finding out if making it so that a player can shift is even possible. Which, I'll be honest, when the first place I thought to look would be YouTube. And sure enough, there I found a video created by Max Stuff that explains exactly how to do all this. You could say that this crazy idea was all coming together.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Max Stuff's video was so perfect for what I needed. Everything was explained incredibly simple, and if you guys ever need for some reason to detect someone shifting, I can't stress highly enough how much I think you should check this video out. So now that I had a basic understanding of how this game mechanic worked, it was time to set it up, and I'll go ahead and explain the basic premise of how this shifting detection works. The first thing I had to do when I was setting this up was to create a scoreboard that detected if a player crouched. Using this command, the custom titled scoreboard Sneak would be custom made for detecting if a player crouches. With the scoreboard now set up, it was time to set up 2 repeating command blocks. One would detect if a player crouched, while the other would constantly be resetting the player's score in case the player crouched. I'm not sure if any of this makes sense, but it basically it works. Sort of. While Max Stuff's tutorial had done exactly what it was supposed to do, I realized that it wasn't exactly what I needed. Instead of detecting the distance that a player would crouch, I needed it to detect how long, the time that the player was sneaking. So headed back to YouTube, I found instead another tutorial by Sticky's Commands, and this is exactly what I needed. Instead of using the distance a player crouched, there was an option called Sneak Time. This would save me from the problem of players being able to break the system by sprint jumping into a crouch. Now, it fully worked perfectly. Thank you, Sticky's Commands. With the resetting crouching detection command block in its place, it was time to set up a command to execute if the player crouched. So for this game, I thought it'd be appropriate to make a command that teleports the player back to the beginning if they tried to cheat by shifting using a teleport command. So as you could see, the teleporting if shifting command worked. With this major game mechanic figured out and sorted, it was time to move on with the building. Which for the building, I actually wanted to base my creation off of something like the tree from Getting Over It. The way Bennett Foddy explains the purpose of the tree is too poetic, so here's his explanation of why he included it and why I will as well.
Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
It's poetic, right? Wanting to make this a real challenge for players who play is what I want, which is what Bennett Foddy wanted and what Jazuo wanted. And having that desire, I now knew how I wanted to design this entire course. I would start with a mysterious cave, escaping it to get to the major section of the game, which would be this overlying cliff and everything. With that said, I decided it was time to jump into a time lapse of us creating the beginning. With the basic shape done and okay for the most part, I decided it was time to try out some block palettes. At first I wasn't sure of the theme, so I tried a muddy terracotta, almost realistic, desaturated look. It looked okay, but then I tried out a more Minecraft-esque feel to the build, with cobble deep slate and whatnot. It was getting better, but until I decided I knew what I wanted. I wanted a fantasy cave to start in. Using warp-themed blocks from the nether, I began to create this crystal blue cave. Texturing it up, I began to also add in some warped warp blocks mixed in with the nylium so the floor would have more variety in it. A cool feature I also totally adored was adding in these stalagmites and celastites that were created using these shades of different blue stained glasses to create a very crystal-like feel to the whole thing. But then I got carried away. Very, very, very carried away. I actually went ahead and basically finished the entire design. Sure, there were still loads to do, but I now had features such as prismarine bricks floating in the rivers, warped cyan candle posts to hold moody lighted candles, diamond and lapis veins coursing through the rocky cave walls, and creamy white cyan dotted turtle eggs to add a bit of different color throughout the entire cave. This was exactly what I'd wanted and needed and was going for this entire first section of the project. Looking around, I was totally content and happy with how it all turned out. But there was still one more thing to make, and that was actually the tree Bennett Foddy had been so fond of. For my first obstacle, I wanted the quote-unquote tree to be some sort of crystal geode, and I decided to make it very, very, very tough to beat. Here was the finished obstacle, the main attraction, Bennett Foddy's tree. Even still trying to beat it, it's really incredibly tough, honestly. It's kind of a pain. And not being able to shift to save your life makes it that much tougher. Speaking of which though, I still actually at this point hadn't implemented the shift detection. So making sure to keep the destination of these command blocks hidden, I implemented the shifting feature and actually had to teleport the player back to the world spawn area. With this feature in place, there was one more aspect I did want to add to spice it up, and it was just a command to tell the player when they shifted not to. With the main starter area basically done, there was still one more central aspect to implement, and that was to tell players how to change keybinds. Just in case a player was to accidentally press shift, I thought it would be good to show players how to disable the feature so they didn't accidentally teleport all the way back to the beginning. Using some screenshots combined with a little bit of Photoshop, I transformed instructions into a map using this website. This website, if you guys have never used it, is incredibly easy. All you do is upload a file, a photo, and it transforms it into maps for you. And from there, you just put the map files into the data folder and like Minecraft stuff. It's not too bad, and there's tutorials out there, but it's really not that bad. Now, it was as easy as putting these maps on the walls to create a board of instructions on how to change keybinds, in case the player didn't know how to. Which, when it was actually finished, this is what it looked like all said and done. I'm gonna go ahead and actually demonstrate this for you just so you guys can see how the instructions works, because I'm pretty proud of it. It turned out pretty cool. So you see the sign and it says press me for instructions on keybinds. When we right click that, it changes this right here to a screen and it says first press the escape key and select options. From here, it just goes ahead and explains how to set your keybinds. So if we click on it again, it says next click the keybinds option, and it shows the keybinds option right up there. Then it says now left click on the gray bar next to sneak. So right here, there's a sneak option. It says to click on that gray bar. And then if we do this, it says now select a key to replace the sneak key. In this case, using the, I guess I don't know what symbol that is, key to replace a bracket to replace shift. Press me to start again. And right there it shows you exactly how to set your keybinds. And then when we go ahead and select press me to start again, it just starts the instructions back again. With that all set up and done, the first section for the Scared Shiftless series was actually done. But I decided that it was time to go off script. That's right, baby. I'm off the reserve with this one. No script now. And that's because I actually thought it'd be cool to go ahead and playtest this, which I already forgot that I need to re-enable the shifting, which I think, yeah, okay, cool. Now it is working. Let's go. So now that I'm not allowed to shift, I should actually probably change my keybind too. I literally just showed you guys how to do this, but I actually forgot to change it myself. So let's change it to that. There we go. Now if I press shift, nothing happens. Perfect. Okay, that way I can't accidentally press it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try. So that's not too bad, that first jump. We're gonna try to beat the tree, which already We're actually popping off a little bit. Oh. I promise you, I just got lucky right there because this is a lot harder than it looks, especially when you cannot shift to go on the very edges. It's all, and there's ice blocks too that you have to land on. Okay, so that jump's actually not as horrible. I might need to increase,
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress.
the difficulty of this. Either that or I'm just like, you know, professional and this is actually not, what am I saying? I'm making this look easy. Oh, it's so weird not being able to shift. Thank you. Okay, that being said, now I can't get back up top though. Okay, now I'm starting to fail a lot, and now I'm getting a little triggered. Oh man, okay, it's a lot harder than I thought. I just got lucky the first couple tries. I guess I'm doing Jazzo and Bennett Foddy. I'm doing them proud, right? Okay, but that's enough testing done. I'll eventually make sure this is actually possible. Stemister, Stem, please help me out with this. But with that said, maybe one day I'll actually do a stream with this. I'm still off the script right here, which is still dangerous. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe leave a like and subscribe if you liked the video. I've been trying to do a lot of better quality videos lately, and I've been putting lots and lots and lots of hours into them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this first of the series. Make sure to check out the other ones because we're going to keep building the course. Next time we'll be building the outside. What's out there? We don't know, but we will soon find out. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, that's all I've got for you today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft, and until next time, I'll see you then. Ciao!